Hello besties, welcome to my YouTube channel. It feels so weird being like, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel and not like, hey, it's TikTok, like, you know. So today I'm gonna be doing an apartment tour because if you follow me on TikTok, you know I get asked like once a week, can we see your apartment? And I've posted like 4 apartment tours on TikTok, so I'm a little bit tired of posting them. I'm just gonna post one here on YouTube so that way anytime anyone asks if they can see one, here it is. At the end of this video, I'm also gonna give some tips on moving out for the first time and also what it's like to live with your significant other for the first time, because me personally, I'm dating a man, he's a fucking mess, it's hard sometimes. So yeah, let's get into the apartment tour. So we're gonna get started with the living room first. This is probably where we spend our most time. My most asked question on TikTok is, why are your curtains so short? And it's because we need space for our cats to see out the bottom. And also we were having such a hard time finding curtains that reach the bottom of the floor, but now our cats love it, so we just leave it that way. And then this is our couch. It was actually gifted to us from my mom when we moved, as well as the coffee table and this little end table over here. So it's just like a really nice L-shaped couch. It's really spacious. Decorated it with a ton of blankets because I love blankets. And then all of the throw pillows are actually from Target and they were really cheap. For our coffee table, on top, we just have this cute little centerpiece that I put together. I got most of the stuff to make it from Hobby Lobby and it was like actually really cheap to make. I think I spent $25 overall. And then I also like to decorate it up with some magazines because I don't know, I just like the way that looks. And then underneath there, because we like to use as much space as we can, I have a cute little basket and it has a lot of our cats' toys. That's literally only half of their toys. And then you come over here, that's where the TV is. We have this little stand from Walmart. We have more baskets where we keep more stuff stored away. Baskets are like the best way to store things. We have this little end table. Underneath the end table, we have a basket blanket because that was one of my must-haves in our living room for when people come over if they're cold. And then up here, we just have the world's tiniest lamp. Our cats broke our freaking lamp, so we had to get a cheaper one from Walmart because I couldn't find any expensive ones I actually liked. Maybe one day I'll freaking find one finally, but for right now, it's okay. Then when you come over here, you have our dining room table, which we literally never sit at to eat, but it's cute anyways. It was another thing my mom gifted to us when we moved out, and I love it. And then you come, and here's our kitchen. Here's our kitties. This is their little spot. They have their cat tree, which they have completely demolished, their little playpen, and then they're sleeping right now. Well, Braylon's cleaning Stormy. Stormy's sleeping. Okay, our kitchen. I love our kitchen. It's pretty big for an apartment kitchen, I think. And the appliances are brand new. So this is the refrigerator that came in the apartment. Really nice. It has a freezer and a refrigerator. We have lots of cabinet space, which makes up for the fact that we don't have a pantry. And then it came with this really nice stove. Like, I love our stove so much. We have our air fryer. We have our coffee maker. This is my coffee station over here and my teas and everything. And then this is where I keep my spices. I actually got these racks from the dollar section at Target and they work perfectly because I honestly don't have that many spices, so that's okay. And then we just have our drying rack over there. We do have a dishwasher. The sink is beautiful. I love this thing right here. Like, yes, I'm obsessed with that. And then this is our cute little like setup we have going on in here. I absolutely love this. I love changing it up sometimes too. I just think it's so cute. And then that's where we place all of our keys and all of that stuff. Okay, so leading off from the living room is this door and it goes to our bedroom. I feel like we have a pretty basic bedroom, which is the look I'm going for because I do live with a boy, so I have to like be respectful of like what he wants, because if it was up to me, this whole room would be pink and it would be so cute. But over here, it's kind of like my area. So I just have some art decor my best friend got me. Then I have this set up with like all of my smell good stuff and my candles. And in these drawers, we have summer clothes right now because it was just winter, but now we're gonna have to start to rotate things because I need to take the summer clothes out. Then this is my nightside table. So I just have like all of my things, like my school stuff and other random things I like to have by my bed. And then when we go over here, this is Wade. He's my boyfriend. This is his side of it. It's like all of his artwork that he's done, his skateboard that he doesn't even use, it's just decoration. And then this is like all of his stuff. And then our bed, the theme I was going for the bed was like a sage green, because at the time sage was like really big. I still like sage green, but kind of wish we would have like a champagne pink color going on because that's like my favorite color. And then over here, we just have my ring light. We have Wade's little Cricut station where he makes all of his creations. These are just like some things we're saving for vacation. Our TV, we have some drawers down here. And that is pretty much our room. Like I said, it's pretty standard, not too much going on, but I love it nonetheless. So then you go into this door, and this is the best part about our apartment. So I have my bags hanging right here, but when you come in, we have a full walk-in closet. We use it for storage. Like you can see, we have lots of storage containers, storage things up there. Our shoes are on this side, but then this is the best part. Washer and dryer in unit in the closet. So freaking convenient, y'all. Like, literally obsessed, love it so much. So we have like a little mini laundry room, as I like to call it, even though it's in the closet, but it's so cute. Over here we just keep our vacuum, and we keep extra stock of drinks and stuff over here in this corner. So yeah, this closet, we use it for so many different things. Obviously the laundry and our clothes, but also storage. Like super, like there is like a ton of space for storage. And then there comes the bathroom. So our bathroom has a pretty good sized vanity. Like this is my side of the vanity with all of my things. And then that's Wade's. We have the toilet, obviously, where we keep our toilet paper. I bought some hooks when we first moved in, and I created like this cute little display. I think it's so adorable. Our shower is walk-in, and that is pretty much the bathroom. Like there's not much going on in here, but when you go out of this door, it leads you right back to the kitchen, and you do a complete 360. So now that we're done with the tour, I'm gonna go ahead and answer some questions that I got asked on TikTok. These are my most commonly asked questions, ones that people ask me literally every day. And I finally want to sit down and answer them for you guys because trust me, you're gonna want to know. So my first most asked question, like seriously, I think this is the question that I get asked the most, is how much money do you need to save up when you are moving out for the first time? And I'm gonna be so honest, it really just depends on the person and the apartment. For us personally, our rent is $1,300 a month, but our down payment to move in was actually only $850 because we got what is called a surety bond. If you can look into seeing if your apartment has one of those, you need to, because it's gonna save you so much money. The terms are a little bit different than a security deposit, so you're gonna wanna read all the paperwork and everything like that. But for us, it was the best option. And that was all that we had to pay to move into our apartment. We didn't have to pay first month's rent. First month's rent wasn't due until 2 weeks after we moved in. So the $850 secured our apartment as well as got us in the door. And then 2 weeks later, we paid our first month's rent. And we're also in a very unique situation because the only furniture that we had to buy when we first moved in was our bed frame and our headboard, because we already had everything else. And so those combined were no more than $300. All of our other furniture we already had. We already had our living room set, our dining room tables, all of our dressers, everything like that. So we didn't have to have a ton of money saved up. I think all we had saved up was $1,500 when we first moved in, and it worked out perfectly for us. But everyone is different, so definitely look into what you're gonna need. I would sit down and I would make a list of everything that you need before you move in, as well as make a list of expenses, because you have to remember you have to pay for things like electricity and water, and if you're gonna have cable and stuff like that, you have to pay for that the first day you move in. So those are included in your expenses, and you want to make sure that you save appropriately for that so that you don't get to the day of move in and you realize, oh fuck, I don't have electricity, because they will not let you move in without that. So definitely plan accordingly when it comes to saving your money. Do all the research you can, but if you can save like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, you're set. You're set. The second question I get asked the most, and I think it's so fucking funny that everybody wants to know this because I look forward to talking about this, is what is it like living with your significant other? Or in my case, what is it like living with a man? Hell on earth. I'm just kidding. It's actually really fun because my boyfriend is actually my best friend. So it's really fun to go to sleep and then wake up to your best friend every single day. I will say though, we do argue quite a bit about stupid shit, such as him leaving his socks on the floor 12 times a week. And by we argue, I mean I yell at him while he just sits there and laughs. He thinks it's so funny and I'm just like... So yeah, you're gonna have those little tiny petty arguments about like the dirty fork in the sink after you just wash the dishes, or the fact that he leaves his shoes all over the apartment. In our case, I'm the one who does that on accident. Oh well. But I would say literally just revel in the moment and look around and realize that like you're in your own apartment with the love of your life and you've been looking forward to this day for your whole life. You know what I mean? So I try to look at it that way and try not to get too upset when the house is a fucking mess after I just cleaned it 3 days ago. But yeah, living with my boyfriend has been amazing. It honestly feels like we've lived together forever and it's only been 7 months. I love living with him. I don't ever want to live with anybody else. And that question actually takes me into my next question, which is, what has it been like for you mentally moving out? And honestly, it has done wonders for my mental health. Before we moved out, we were both living with our parents, which, don't get me wrong, I love my mom. I loved living with her, but I was also 23 when we moved out. And so I was starting to think like it is time for me to leave the nest. It is time for me to have something to call my own. And it was just stressing me out that like I didn't have that. So literally, I remember the day that we moved out, Wade actually had to work. So I ended up moving in for the first 4 hours by myself. And I stood in our empty apartment. I breathed and I cried because I was so fucking proud of myself. And I genuinely feel like over the last 7 months, I have grown up and grown so much. Like, I am a completely different person. And I find myself not getting as depressed as I used to. I don't have as many anxiety attacks as I used to. Like, life is just like a breath of fresh air now. And it's honestly, it's amazing. Like, I don't know what I did to deserve the life I live now, but I love everything about my life the way it is now, and I wouldn't change a thing. I think moving out has been the best thing that's probably ever happened to me. I get asked this question all the time because I don't know why, but people have convinced themselves that my boyfriend works and I don't do jack diddly shit, even though that's not true at all. So the question is, how do we split the bills? And the bills are completely split right down the middle. I recommend if you're living with your significant other that you should split the bills. I don't think that anyone should be paying the bills on their own, but if that's the way that you want to do it, by all means do it. But for us, we just find that splitting the bills down the middle works the best. And honestly, his money is my money is his money. So if you really think about it, you know, yeah, we split the bills. He doesn't pay for everything. I wish. He said once I'm a stay-at-home mom, he'll pay for everything. So can't wait for those days. Next question is, how do we do grocery shopping? How do we prioritize for grocery shopping? If you follow me on TikTok, you know I'm a fucking grocery addict. I love grocery shopping. So the way that we do it is we go for one big shop at the beginning of the month. I spend anywhere from $250 to $300. It really just depends. And I try to get everything we're gonna need for the month. So I meal plan at the beginning of the month. And then if I need like smaller things throughout the month from the grocery store, I'll make mini little grocery trips. And I just find that I spend less money that way, because when I used to go grocery shopping every single week, I would spend $100 to $150 a week on groceries, which is insane. So yeah, we have saved a lot of money doing it that way, where we just buy in bulk one week and then make mini trips throughout the week. And along with that, someone asked if I coupon, and I actually do not coupon, but I do shop at Publix primarily. So the way Publix works is every week certain things will be on sale for buy one get one free. At the beginning of the month is when they have like their best sales, and a lot of stuff is on sale for buy one get one free. So I always do the Publix BOGO sales. It just works out the best for us, and I love Publix. I know a lot of people say Publix is expensive, but I don't really think it's that expensive, and I'm obsessed with Publix. So yeah, that is going to be all of the questions for today. If you guys would like a part 2, I can definitely give you a part 2 for more tips on what it's like living on your own for the first time, because it is scary. It is so scary, and we actually navigated through it alone because we didn't really ask our parents many questions about it. So yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Thank you guys so much for joining me over here on YouTube. I know we're usually on TikTok, so it's a little bit like, what? But yeah, I'm super excited to begin this journey over here with you guys as well. Y'all, I have no idea what happened to the last clip. Like, I was editing and it's completely gone. But as usual, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I love you. Bye, guys.